Okay, we are now recording. And for those of you that do not know me, I am Tracy DeMario, and I'm the Superstar Director for the Scented Bliss family. And I'm so excited today because we are blessed with Laura, who's going to chat with us. And another Laura just joined us, by the way. Hi, Laura. Laura is going to visit with us. She is a star consultant, and I'll let her tell you a little bit more about herself here in a minute. But she has had some phenomenal success. In the last 6 months, she's sold over 16,000 PRV and has added 9 new team members. And in the spirit of Scentsy Spirit, she has offered to come on and kind of share how and what she's been doing this last 6 months to have that kind of success. I am going to mute all the participants except for, of course, Laura. And we do have a chat feature for those of you guys that would like to do the chat feature. You're welcome to chat. I will follow along and I can answer any questions for you. Hi, Stephanie. And at the end, we will save time for chat. So let me just unmute Laura here. Just a second. Unmute Laura.
There.
Hold on. There we go. Okay, great. Okay, so Laura, would you tell us, just to kind of, so we can kind of get to know you a little bit, would you tell us about your first purchase? When were you introduced to Scentsy, and what was your first purchase and your experience with Scentsy Life?
Okay, so my first purchase, I have the warmer, I still have it, it still works. I think it's called Pembroke, I think. I just recently threw away the box because it was in my garage. So I bought this in 2009. I had a girlfriend who is currently one of my customers, but she was a consultant in 2009. And she had presented, you know, these catalogs to me and my twin sister. And I didn't really know anything about the company. Direct sales wasn't really a thing, I don't think. I mean, like, it's exploded over the last 5 or 6 years. And so my sister and I decided we would go in on one of the combine and save packages. So we both got a warmer and 3 wax bars. And my 3 cents were Welcome Home, Sugar, and Baked Apple Pie. And those are still some of my favorite scents. And so we ordered, she got it to us. I loved the concept. I had an almost 2-year-old daughter at the time, and I loved scented candles, but I always worried about, you know, did I forget to blow out the candle? You know, is my daughter going to get into it? Am I going to burn down my house? Which we did have a house fire like 6 months before, not because of candles, but you know, so I was a little worried about those things, and I just loved everything about it. And after I had run out of wax, I just kind of left it alone. I just didn't know where to get it. I didn't understand the concept of ordering from her again. So it was a couple years before I kind of got back into it.
Well, and I think what you said is that's really important that you share that too, because sometimes we forget that there are other customers that are in that kind of like you. You know, they buy it, they get it gifted to them, and they're like, okay, now what? What's next? What, you
right.
know, what? And as consultants, that's a good educational piece that we need to make sure we're saying, you know, when you need more, you contact me. I'll help you with your order anytime you need anything. And if you gift this, if you know that somebody's giving it for a gift, make sure that you're including your information in their gifts. Like, as a customer service piece, that's a good reminder to some of us that have been doing this a while, that we need to make sure we're doing our job with our customers so they don't experience what you started.
Yeah.
So then why did you finally decide to join Scentsy? Like, what was, how and why?
Well, it started with, like, I think I kind of got merged from MySpace to Facebook in 2008-ish or so. And so again, like, the direct sales network marketing thing wasn't really a thing. I didn't feel like 7, 8 years ago. So my sponsor at the time, she doesn't do Scentsy anymore, but she was sharing on Facebook things about Scentsy. And I had this little warmer in my little foyer table, but I just never thought much of it. And she started sharing things not like, here, buy this warmer, or here's something you can order. It was, Scentsy just paid for my kid's birthday party. Scentsy has allowed me to make a purchase that I wouldn't have been able to before. Scentsy allows me to stay home with my kids and bring in these new products that we can all enjoy. So that's what caught my eye. It made me go, what? What is she doing? What is this, you know, direct sales, you sign up thing? And I don't know if I'm hearing my dog upstairs or something's going on. I hope nobody's in my house.
I'm not hearing it, just so
Okay, good. But so she was sharing these things on Facebook, and I was just kind of paying attention. Not really. And so this was a couple years after my initial purchase. And between that, I had thought, well, I'll find some wax at Walmart, which if anybody has ever done that, they're like, oh my goodness, this stuff it's flaky and crusty. It's hard as a rock. It doesn't smell good. So anyway, so she's continuing to share these posts, and it really intrigued me, and it made me go, I wonder if I could do that. I'd been a stay-at-home mom for, at the time my daughter was almost 4, and I had a son who had just turned 1. And I thought, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I wonder if this is something that I could do. So I had sent her a message, and I just kind of asked her about the opportunity, and she was super gung-ho with her business. Like, she was excited. She had all of these dreams and aspirations. I think she had like 16 people on her team within 6 months. It was crazy. So I talked to my husband about it, and I prayed about it. And, you know, I have a little bit of anxiety and social anxiety. And I thought, you know, if I could just have one good party, then I'll be justified. I can sign up and join this Scentsy team or whatever, and if I can just have one good party, I'll do it. So I decided to sign up, and I just went full force. Like, I dove right in. I wasn't going to mess around. I was going to do everything I needed to do. I was going to hit my Shooting Star Award. I was going to host a launch party. I had that set up before I even got my kit. I was ready to go. So I was just super excited about the opportunity that Scentsy has been able to offer. So.
Excellent. Okay, so you mentioned that you've got 2 children. So how old are your children now?
They are almost 12 and almost 9. So I've been doing Scentsy for 7.5 years.
And do you work outside the home also?
Since my son started kindergarten 3 years ago, he's in 3rd grade, I started substitute teaching. I did that right after college, and then I got married and had kids, stay-at-home mom, and then once he was in school full-time, then I just followed them to school. So I do that, and then Scentsy.
Excellent. Okay,
Yeah.
Very good. So in the last 6 months, obviously you've been doing something right because your PRV has just been off the charts. And would you mind kind of taking us back to what, maybe I think it was September-ish, what kind of clicked, or what did you start doing? What did that look like, and sharing with us so that maybe that you can, you know, give some inspiration to some other gals and guys that would like to kind of see the same results you've seen.
Okay, well, September was the launch of the fall catalog, and I always say this is the busiest time of year. And so September, I had 2 or 3 really good hostesses. So that was like really awesome. They just had phenomenal parties. And then I decided, well, I had like this light bulb moment. Many of the people on the Scented Bliss group page have seen the Whiff Box group page, you know, the idea share. And I had joined that group page last spring or summer, and I kind of looked at it, but I really just didn't do a lot of investing in it. And it was the end of September, and I had a very loyal customer of mine send me a message. And she said, hey Laura, are you doing whip boxes now? And I said, oh yeah, they're in the new fall catalog. They're $30. They come with all this stuff. They're so fun. And she said, no, I saw another consultant that I'm friends with. So now I'm going, oh my gosh, she's got other consultant friends. And she says, I have this consultant friend and she's starting to make her own. And I was wondering if you were doing it. And that's when I thought, I got to step up my game. I got to be able to offer the same thing that this other consultant is offering. Otherwise, I could potentially lose a sale or this customer. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to go right in. So I started to look at this Whiff Box share group page. And I was like, okay, I'm going to create a fun Halloween themed scent box. I call them scent boxes. So I had made a little image and shared it on my Facebook page. And I was kind of disappointed because I only had 2 people interested. I had said, hey guys, I'm putting together some fun mystery boxes. Message me for details or whatever. So I had 2 people comment. And I was like, oh, well, that's not going as well as I'd like to. So I decided I would just private message about 30 of my best customers, people who I thought might be interested in that mystery box excitement. So I messaged about 30 of them, and I had 18 people say, yeah, sign me up. And I was like, oh, okay, that'll be fun. Why not? So then I put together these little boxes. I used combine and save packages to get the most bang for my buck. I used my Hostess rewards to kind of offset some of the costs, to buy like extra goodies and things like that to put in there. And it was a pretty big success. And at that point, I had the scent of the month for October already in, and I had put that in as a sample. So after I had made some deliveries, I made one delivery to our middle school, and the 2 girls in the office were like, what's that? Can we get one? So then they had them. And that was for October. I went from 18 to 36 in November, to 60 in December, to 60 in January. February went down a little bit because I ended up using the Share Your Heart warmer, and then the Home Is Where My Cat dog warmer, because I wanted to do kind of a fundraiser for our Humane Society. So my boxes were a little more expensive with the mini warmers. So I had 38 for February, and I had 52 for this month. And my scent boxes are creating close to, if not more than 1,000 PRV every month for the last 6 months.
Wow. Okay, so can you kind of give us an example of what was in your scent box this month, for example?
Okay, so I haven't gotten that one out yet. So I actually have one. I kind of just made up a mock for my February. I have the space heater on here in my basement, so I'm gonna shut it off because I'm sweating like big time, more than usual. So there's a little bit of an investment in the beginning. I've purchased boxes, little baker boxes, tissue paper. I ended up with a HP printer, so I can print all of my flyers and things. That's a write-off. It's been the best investment. I love it. I can print photos and everything's full color. So anyways, so the gist of a scent box or whiff box, you guys know from the corporate made ones, there's surprise boxes. The element of surprise just gets people excited. They love it. I keep my boxes at $20 because I personally feel like $20 is something most people can afford to spend on themselves once a month. It's just a special little something they can do for themselves. And $20 gives me enough to work with, so I can really spoil them with product. I include samples and then other little goodies that go with my theme. So So this was for February though, so my boxes were $30 because I had the mini warmers. And again, I used bundle and save packages and my Hostess rewards to offset some of the costs. So I just have some little baker's twine and then this little heart-shaped little name tag. It's just something cute that you can see. So I hope I'm going to do this. How's that?
Perfect. That's great.
Okay, so I'm actually going to have to cut this, I think, because I forgot I tied it in a knot. Okay, so here's my little scent box. This was the image I created in canva.com. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably backwards for you. But it says, share your heart. It says, February scent box made with love by the Scent Gal. That's my website name. And I said, straight from my heart, thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my heart with you. I hope you love your February scent box and that it fills your heart with so much joy. Every scent and product has been handpicked with love and appreciation for you. Thank you so much. So I marketed this in private, saying that if you pick the Share Your Heart mini warmer, $7 would go to the American Heart Association. And then if they chose one of the Home is Where My Dog or Cat warmers, I would donate $5 to the Humane Society and also a rescue group that we have locally. So I just share exactly what they get in their box, product and their retail value, so they can kind of see, you know, where the value is. And then I also just share the products. I always call it extra love, or things that I add just for my theme. So it's got a little sticker that says thank you. And then here you have your Share Your Heart mini warmer. You take that out. And I included a Love and Happiness room spray, a wax bar of Your Pal Mickey. It kind of went with like the dog cat theme because they're like your little pals. And I added a sample of Luna washer whips, a sample of, let's see, Poppy Feels, which were the wax samples, or the wax scent of the month for February. Some little gold heart chocolates. I got these on Oriental Trading. I think I got like 120 for $9. So like these little extra things just add to the experience and they don't have to break the bank. And then this one was really fun. So this was from Oriental Trading as well. It's a little card that has sugar cookie recipe. And it says, love wasn't put in our hearts to stay. Love isn't love till you give it away. And I thought that went with my theme perfectly. It came with a little heart-shaped cookie cutter. And I just shared that, you know, it's just thank you for sharing your heart with me. And then I also included product list, February 10% off, and join my team for $49. So that right there is just an example of how I do my scent boxes, and it's been really fun. Everybody's enjoyed it, and they don't have to break the bank. Like these little custom, they actually say share your heart, love the Scent Gal. I think these were like 49 cents a piece when you bought them.
So do you have an approximate cost that you have in that box? Like, so, you know, you sold it for 20.
So I sold it for 20. I'll have to, hold on, let me see. I have like this whole like notebook. I'm really organized, unorganized. So I like everything. I like everything to be like really organized, but I'm really unorganized. So let's see, I wrote everything out. Let's see. So for my boxes, for these ones that I had made for February, I ended up making $278 profit off of the boxes. That's with commission and with all the extras that I bought. So that's a lot lower than my other boxes.
Because you did the cost.
Yes, yeah. Because I like the mini warmers, the Share Your Heart. I wasn't able to use any Hostess rewards on those. I couldn't get them for half price. So there was a little bit difference. for my March boxes, let's see. Well, I could add them all up. I don't know if I can right this very minute.
Oh, that gives us a pretty good idea, though. And
Okay.
you always use that. You always use that same size box. Like, is it always
Yeah.
the same box?
Yeah. I for April, I'm doing April showers bring Scentsy flowers, and I bought these
Oh.
cute like planter galvanized metal like planter things from the Dollar Tree. And so instead of boxes, I'm going to put them in there because they're really cute. So that'll be part of their extra goodies because it, you know, obviously it cost me a little more. They were $1 a piece instead of boxes that are 29 cents. So that'll be included in some of their merch.
Can you show us your washer with sample again really close up?
Yes.
I wanted to see that, and I got to pull up I got to make my thing bigger here.
Okay, so these little things, I don't know what they're called. They're just little packages, and they have like a zip closure here. And I had just hole punched it. If you're not part of the sample group or whatever it is on Facebook, I'm sure we can link it somewhere. They have all these wonderful people who make these, you know, sample things you can just print off. And it's just really cute. And it says, you know, the instructions and just makes it kind of special.
And where did you get the bags from?
Oh, Amazon. Yeah, these were from Amazon. And I can't remember how many I got. Maybe like 50 for like $6 or something. And I can put a link somewhere.
I'm going to post the link for the All About Sample group and Stephanie's group in the in the chat in case, you know, anybody's interested in that. So I'll do that. Let me send that real quick. And let's see what else. I think there was. Can you post the image on your group so we can see it? But so later, will you take a picture? Could you take a picture of that washer with sample later?
Yeah.
And then post it in the list group later? Okay, that would be awesome. I had that request too. And the customers paid $20. All of her boxes are $20.
Yes, except for the one with the mini. Yeah.
Which, how much was that?
That one was 30 plus tax. So I do, my tax rate is 8.35%. So it ends up being like $1.56. So I just round to $1.50 for the tax. So it's $21.50 if I can deliver, you can pick up from me. And then I charge $6, which I think I'm going to have to change, maybe $6.50 because I am covering $1 in shipping for everybody. So I factor that into my cost too.
Got it. Okay, let me get back here. Okay, let's see. Is there any other questions around the whiff boxes before we move on? Well, you guys can type in the chat because I do have a couple more questions. So you said you you've generated interest through text messaging. That's what you said you do. You text message your customers?
Messages. Yeah, Facebook messages, and then referrals. I got these little cards printed. I haven't included these yet, but on that Whiff Box group page, the idea share, they had talked about getting referrals, and referrals obviously in our business is one of the #1 things to grow outside your customer base. And so if somebody has a referral, they get $5 off their next scent box. And I figure in the cost, if I can get a new customer. I mean, the thing is with these things, like I am so gung-ho in these scent boxes because they have, they've created like a new joy in my business. I love coming up with these things. I love being able to really be creative and go, oh my gosh, this would be so perfect. I love it. It goes exactly with my theme. I can't wait to share it. I have had, I don't know, maybe 20%, 30% of the people who have bought scent boxes from me have never ordered Scentsy from me, ever. So they get this like surprise box and they love it. And they've never bought Scentsy from me before. So it's like, what? That's crazy. And one of my newest team members, we had connected through a referral on my scent boxes. So it's just
wow, that's really
yeah.
awesome.
So here's one of my little cards. I got these from Vistaprint. They were having a sale, 50% off. So it just says Scent Box, a monthly Scentsy surprise box curated and made with love by the Scent Gal. And then it says Laura Canote, thescentgal.com. And then on the back, it says take $5 off your next scent box when you refer a friend. Receive $5 off your next scent box when you refer a friend who orders and pays for their first scent box. One referral discount per month. Multiple referrals will result in a rollover discount. So I've had several new customers. It's just crazy. I talk about it all the time to my husband. He's like, all right, okay, I get it. I'm excited for you. Good job, hon.
Well, and the other thing is too, I mean, obviously women love this too, and love, when it's times for, Bosses Day and all these different things. But I think if you could somehow figure out to get into the market of the spouses, because you got Valentine's Day, you got Mother's Day, if you could get like a regular customer base of men, you could take care of all of their holiday shopping needs. And it's pretty packaged, it's cute, it's adorable. So, I mean, that's what I was just thinking about. Oh my gosh, I just think so many guys would be like, thrilled to know that every 6 times a year they could just message you for all their wives, needs. Gift needs.
I plan on marketing my April Showers Bring Scentsy Flowers box as a Mother's Day gift.
That's awesome.
Because it's gonna be and I'm just so excited about it. I have like all these ideas, my extras.
You have to show a picture of that in our group, by the way.
Okay, I will. I'll need to get like a collective collage of all the ones that I've done. And again, like
that would be awesome.
Yeah, it's so fun. And I know a lot of people have questions like, how do you even make money? If you're giving them $24 in product, plus all of these little extras, like the boxes and the tissue paper and the printer and stuff like that, I just write those off. And I don't really consider those as part of my cost when making the boxes. And, but like the extras, like I had these cute unicorn boxes that I did for January. I did New Year wishes and unicorn kisses. And these little face masks, I think they cost like 19 cents on Amazon. I mean, and it's just so fun. Like I had people sending me pictures of their kids and their husbands wearing these things. They look ridiculous, but they're so fun. And people love it. It's just crazy.
Well, it's neat because you can see the joy you have in this, and then it's even neater to hear that some of your customers and their families have found joy in receiving them. So that's really neat. That's an extra bonus. No, the other piece of this that I really wanted to talk to you about is about how you've been determined to grow your team. And just like, I mean, I'm not really calling Becky out, but she'd be the first to tell you, her business cycle has been some of this stuff, and but yet she's still here, she's still with us, and she sponsored a new team member yesterday, as I knew she would. So and that's reality. All of us have a business cycle, and we all have it. It's just whether or not kind of like you said, and I don't even remember who your sponsor was, and don't share, but she obviously was having one of these things, and my guess is at some point she had a couple of these, and instead of seeing it through, knowing what you and I know, that it's going to do this again, sadly, she quit. And it's unfortunate because who knows where or what she'd be today. But we can't, the good news is you're not that person, and you understand that we're all going to have these peaks and valleys in our business cycle. So I wanted you to kind of go through, like, you had 5 team members. You sponsored 5 team members last month, in the month of February.
Which is crazy.
So could you kind of quickly share with us? But it happened because you've always believed that it could happen. I think that's the biggest difference for many is, oh, that will never happen to me. Well, it won't if you don't believe. You have to keep believing and pushing and doing the things you've done to lead up to the success you're feeling now. So would you kind of walk us through, okay, so the first person who joined, were they a customer? How did you meet them? What was the contact like, your follow-up? Kind of share with us to give us some different examples of what that looked like and how you found these team members.
Okay, so I wrote everybody down because they're all unique to how they ended up on my team. The first person who signed up for February was Amelia Bauer. We have actually never met. She had started following my Facebook business page. I'm not really certain when, but I would see her like, you know, some posts that I had shared. And on February 1st, she had said, hey, I saw that there was a $49 join special. And she had said, I'm really just not interested in like a business part of it, but I thought since nobody sells around here, I could sell to my friends and family, do catalog parties, things like that. And so I just kind of shared some information about, well, that's great. You know, Scentsy is making it easier for consultants like you to just sell to their friends and family. You only have to have a $200 party or order every 4 months now. So if it's just a hobby to get free product or to just share a few things with your friends and family, that's perfectly fine. And so she ended up joining that day, and I was like, what is happening? This is crazy. I can't even believe this. And my biggest thing throughout my entire business is sponsoring. It's never been my niche, like Robin, who is a rock star. And I was like, dang, how does this girl do it? That is nuts. So Amelia, I had asked her, I said, well, I don't even know if I asked her, but she had said back in February, she said, you know, I've been looking at other consultants in Northwest Arkansas and Southwest Missouri, and you really stuck out to me. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. And so I actually asked her this morning, I said, you had mentioned to me, you know, that I had stood out compared to other consultants that you had maybe found. And I said, do you mind sharing exactly what it was? And she said, I could tell you had passion for Scentsy. I could tell you were passionate about it. You really knew your product. You were going to take care of your team. And I felt drawn to you. And I think that is huge when you're representing your business and how you represent yourself on your business page, on your Facebook page. And like I was telling my husband last night, I get it. You know, we all have negative things happen in our lives, and you know, some people will say, oh, everybody pretends like they're perfect on Facebook, but like I never pretend that my marriage is perfect or that my kids are perfect or my life is perfect. I just choose to share the positive things going on in my life as opposed to the negative. I could talk about how my husband ticked me off and didn't take out the trash this morning, so I was doing it and it was freezing cold and I had to get the kids out to school today. But, you know, I just care to share more about the positive things in my life. And I think that really reflects on who I am as a consultant as well. So that was kind of neat to be able to share that.
That's awesome. Okay.
And then, so Danielle Delaney, I think we've known each other or at least been associated through mutual friends for a long time. And she is the one who signed up, and we were connected through one of the referrals on my scent box. A mutual friend of mine had bought a scent box, and she had shared on Facebook and was like, girl, Laura, thanks so much. I love this. This is so fun. I can't believe I just, you know, paid $20 and get this little whatever. I know they're not supposed to mention prices. I should probably mention that. But
you can tell a customer what to do. I mean, whatever a customer does, a customer does.
Yeah, that's true. So Danielle had actually commented on it and said, hook me up, what is this? And so she had ordered the unicorn scent box for January, and then she decided, hey, I want to host a party. So she hosted a party, and then $49 join special, and she's like, I think I'm going to sign up and join your team. And I'm like, let's do it. I'm like, this is nuts. What is happening here? And she had some great sales. She's already active for the month. She's just awesome. I'm just, yeah. I just love it. It's crazy.
Okay, that's great. How about Referrals pay, positivity pays. How about number 3?
Okay, so number 3, Samantha. She's actually been a customer of mine for a while. She actually ordered from a mutual friend's party a few years ago, and she decided to host some of her own parties. And we have talked about her joining. And she also represents another direct sales company who she's very passionate about. She loves their products, and I think that's the way it needs to be. It doesn't matter if you're representing Scentsy or whatever. If you are not using and loving your own products, I don't think you can really be successful in your business. But so she loves Scentsy, and anytime that $49 join special comes up, I always send her a message and go, here it is. And she decided to take it. She was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And there she is. And she's in the middle of her launch party right now. She's awesome. She's had some great sales. And it's just those little seeds. Like, I always put it in my head, and I have a little notebook saying this person was interested at one point, and maybe they're not right now. Maybe they won't be in 6 months later, but maybe 2 years from now, they're going to go back and go, man, I think I want to sign up and do this. So that was Samantha.
She's a great example of just because they say no once doesn't mean never. So that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 4.
So number 4 is Danielle, and I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Sokolik. So Danielle, I'm sorry if I butchered that. So she is another great example of referrals. So I have a girlfriend on my Facebook page who has never ordered Scentsy from me, but she had referred Danielle's mother to me. So Danielle's mom had placed an order with me back in the fall, and then she had seen that I was doing these scent boxes, so she ordered one. And then Danielle ordered one, and then her sister ordered one. And they have all 3 ordered something other than my scent boxes over the last few months. And so Danielle had written me in the middle of February and said, so do you think I could sign up and just sell between me and my mom and sister and do this? And I'm like, yes, I totally do. And she's so, I hope she listens to this later. She is so good with words. Her website name is Spiffy Whiffs. Isn't that cute? It's so adorable. I love it. And when she shares on her launch party page, she is so clever. She's an excellent writer. She really shares why she's sharing the product. And what she enjoys about it. And she's just going to make a fabulous consultant. She's just amazing. But that's part of the.
Right. And I know she joined because pretty much just to support her family's habits and her own habits. And that's fabulous. And we will take her and love her for that.
Yeah.
But it sounds like she truly, even when the day ever comes and she decides to make this like a business, it sounds like she already has some incredible components to really blow this thing up. So she'll be exciting to watch if she decides to take that path. And then how about your 5th one?
So Amanda, I haven't really known her personally, except through Facebook. She is actually married to one of my husband's oldest friends. So we've been connected on Facebook, and she had messaged me in January and had said she was interested in maybe signing up. And so she really wanted to sign up under a $49 special. And I had told her, I said, we do it a couple times a year. I have a feeling February might be it. And so the joint special came up, and her story is like mine. She's a stay-at-home mom, and she wants to be able to have a flexible schedule and share a product that she thinks she would really enjoy. She has a very unique schedule because her daughter, Alyssa, has autism, and she has to drive about 45 minutes, 5 days a week to Springfield, Missouri, and for these classes and educational programs that she has Alyssa in. And you cannot have a full-time job or even a part-time job with a schedule like that. You just can't. Her daughter requires a lot more than just going to daycare or whatever. And Amanda is really excited about the safety aspect of Scentsy with her daughter, and she's just amazing, and I love her, and she's just such a wonderful soul, and I think she's just gonna have a great time being able to do this. And that's one of the unique things about direct sales is that anybody can do it, and Scentsy has a product that we can really value and share with our friends and family without feeling like we're sharing a product that's just kind of wah-wah. So she sees the value in the product.
And I can speak from personal experience relating to her, the emotional, financial, and physical stress of having a child with a disability is just beyond. Until you live it, you cannot begin to grasp it. And so for me, Scentsy has been such a healthy, happy place for me. I just cannot imagine how I was so consumed. I didn't realize it, how consumed I was with the whole disability thing, that I hope for her, she can get a little retreat and find that same kind of healthy place that I have found. And this could be her happy thing, kind of, just not only financially, obviously, help with the additional stresses of having a child with a disability, but just kind of help her overcome some of the others too. So that's exciting. I'm excited for all of them to watch them come at the gate and launch. And so just a couple of things, and we'll let you go because I know you have kids and everyone else has things today too, which we appreciate all of you that were able to join us live. Again, this will be recorded, and I'll try to get the link shared out as soon as possible for those that could not join us live. And you can share this with your team members, because I don't know about you, but I find Laura to be extremely inspirational, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed this too, because I think she's doing great. So clearly, you kind of shared one of your challenges is your anxiety and your fear of kind of this whole life thing. Yes. What would you say that's been like your greatest challenge in business, or what has been your greatest challenge in building this business, and how have you worked to overcome it?
I don't know. Over the last few years, I feel like I've really been able to overcome any of those initial fears in the beginning, just because I've just and it sounds cliche, but I've just really let my passion for Scentsy do all the talking. I really just share instead of sell. I always say that. And like I've been telling my team members, you have to sell yourself first. You have to let your potential customers know why they should trust you when you say, this is going to really make your clothes smell good, or this is a product that I use and enjoy in my home, and you can too. So being authentic in sharing your products and your business opportunity is going to be the #1 thing that gets people placing orders, hosting parties, and joining your team. And I think just allowing Scentsy to just run through my veins, it's just been easier for me. And I still get nervous. I mean, anytime I'm setting up for an event, I just my heart starts to flutter. I think that's just part of my personality. Like, I substitute teach. If I'm in a class that I've never been in before, I'm all like scared. I'm like, I hope these kids are nice to me. And but yeah, I think the #1 thing is to just not give up. Like, there was a time where I was like, I'm just never, I mean, I've been a star consultant. I haven't gotten those numbers. I've been a star consultant for 6 years. So I double promoted the first year, right around my first year anniversary. And then I've just always just been kind of just hovering. And you know, I mean, I will say that sometimes it's discouraging. It's like, oh man, you know, I'm really working my business, I'm sharing, you know, and you know, it just happens, but I've never lost my passion. It's always just been there. So,
Well, you're definitely a great example. I'm glad that you shared that too, because I know many, get to a place and then they feel stuck.
yeah,
And yet, because you kept doing, you're a great example of because you just kept doing the work. You've had phenomenal months of PRV. You obviously have found joy, and you're adding team members, just fantastic. And they're going to hopefully duplicate your efforts. And I have no doubt in the months to come, we are going to see you get past that star consultant. But again, I can't thank you guys enough for joining us, and for Laura taking time out of her day and sharing with us. Again, you've been awesome. I'm excited for everybody else in the group to have the opportunity to hear you. And I hope you'll come back again and visit with us, because you added a lot and contributed a lot that I think people will walk away with and hopefully duplicate some of the things you did. So with that, we will close this. Thank you. And everybody watch for the recording link. Thank you, guys.
thanks.